So welcoming you all again to this wonderful session. So let me start with my magic of storytelling. So myself, Jay, I'm associated with a private school in Bangalore, where we teach kids. I'm like a co-scholastic coordinator, working on all the extracurricular activities for kids. So my core is theaters, where I do direct plays and do a lot of storytelling, story enacting, reading, lot many things related to stories. And I try to explore more option to do the storytelling and looking. And also I'm good at organizing all those events. So now I started doing the storytelling during 2000, around I think 13, where I met a person called Kusumika Chatterjee. She's born in Calcutta and now she's in UK. She's a very young woman, or she must be now in her 80s. She's still alive, happily living in UK. She was named by Rabindranath Tagore, and she was neighbor of Mother Teresa, and she has traveled all over the world just doing storytelling out of passion. She didn't practice or she's not taught. Out of passion, she collects her own books and she was doing the storytelling. So I got a good chance to travel with her for like 7 days around Tamil Nadu to do story workshops with her. So where I learned the techniques, how she starts from how she picks a book and how she connects with the children and how she narrates a story. And she comes every year during June, July, August. Every year she comes with some new ideas of doing storytelling. I have never seen her doing the same book again and again. The other time she came Shakespeare's. Other time she came up with doing geography with stories. Other time with English stories. So I've learned, how to do storytelling into the core subjects which we teach regularly in classrooms. So now it's like obviously quarantined. Nobody's traveling around, and this year she didn't come down. So I googled lot many stories, and I've created few stories on it. So one such is water cycle, which I would like to share the screen. This just I got from Google. I can even share it in the group. Let's see, Shalini. I'll share it to Shalini, the PDF file of that story. You can get it, and you can do this with the other kids in your zones. So I would like to share the screen now. Once you can see, just show thumbs up. Yes, cool. From the beginning. Okay. So when you start a story, try to have a nice music at the back. So I just play music for sleep or water or something at the back which will add ambience to the story. Music for raindrop. Feast on the tastiest pizzas, biryanis, and dosas. Sorry, ads. Everybody had your lunch. Okay, can you hear the music? Yeah, cool. This is the story about a raindrop. A raindrop narrating a story? Let's look into it. What actually this raindrop is all about. Join Florence the raindrop on her journey from the land to the sky and back again. You will meet Florence friends like Sparky the sun, Lily the plant, as she takes us on an adventure through the natural water cycle. Let's see what Florence has got. I am Florence the raindrop. See, such a beautiful smile she got. This is the story of my journey from the land to the sky and back again. How does Florence travel from the land to the sky? Is she gonna travel through an aeroplane? A jet? Let's see. Yeah, when my friend Sparky the sun shines his powerful rays down from the sky, I heat up and turn into water vapor. So the stories go like this. So you can obviously convert the whole thing into, bilingual using the local language there. And then you can, show those pictures and try to make the kids to read it. Definitely they'll connect through the story. This is the entire story about water cycle. It talks about evaporation. This Florence is becoming a water vapor and they're going up. And then you can bring in an example about when you boil the water, the steam is coming out. That is how the water is getting evaporated. And about the lily plant, which sweat, and that water is getting evaporated. So that is called as transpiration. And then they're all making the cloud, condensation. So together, water droplets together, they form a big cloud. You can even name these guys. So I named this Mr. Mustache, Florence, Nerdy, and Mr. Silly. So I named it like that. So it adds more interest to the kids. And this shows the cloud is very heavy and it's going to rain. So the air is not able to hold enough of water in the cloud, so the cloud is getting heavier. And then they're all getting set to jump as a rain. So it's not just rain, they fall like a rain, hail, sleet, and even snow. So you all look into it as just rain, but sometimes it's like a ice ball falling from the sky, or it'll be like sharp rains like needle. So that's called sleet and snow. So this process is called as precipitation. So you can always encourage the kids now the water is getting precipitated from the sky rather using the word just raining. And then they tumble down. You can talk about puddles, which is on the roads. And then you can talk about reservoirs here. Few droplets fall in the reservoir, and that is used as a drinking water. So some of us seep into the ground, where they live under the earth for thousands of years. And few, most of them, will jump into the river and they reach the ocean. This is how the journey goes on. At the end, you will show the entire water cycle picture, and you can even summarize the whole story into this. So Florence is happily in her journey, like that. So this is one story of water cycle. Thank you, Atish. How to stop sharing? Yes. Okay, so this is one story like how to use water cycle. So I'll share this whole PPT with you. Like this, I've also created a story about seasons, where there is a YouTube link which I did it on my own. It's very simple. That is, you can easily try it out. Maybe one person in your team can do that with the paper cuttings, and you just got to take pictures of that particular characters and connect with the story. So the season is a story about two ducklings where egg hatches, and then the baby duckling comes out, and they talk about the seasons. The mommy duckling says, "Wow, you beautiful little duckling! You are born in this time of spring. This is a beautiful season." All those things. Then the baby duckling will ask, "What is spring?" And then they'll talk about each and every seasons. So I'll share that one also. So now can you all see my screen? Yes. So what I've used is this green color thing, right? That's my t-shirt, my green t-shirt. And these are toothpicks and all these green papers. And this is a white chart, which I've cut down as a no egg. And this is the yellow chart with which I made it as a duckling. This is a lamp, which is a broken one, which I made it as a barn for the ducks to live inside. And I used to collect a lot of stones. So one of the stones is on top of it, and there are stones behind it. And this is just a normal background, ash color paper. This is very easy. So if you have any creative person in your team who can do all those things, just make them do it, and you can create your stories. Okay, hatching. This hatching is like I've tied a small thread on both sides of the egg. I have to just pull it like that. It breaks opens.
Jack, can I ask you one question?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So when you show this kind of stories, like take this example only to kids. So what kind of question you get generally? Like, do they
Definitely.
understand
How did you make
or
that duck? Who gave the voice? All these technical questions they'll ask. It, at the end, I have to ask them question. What do you mean by summer? Did you understand what is spring? I will ask them questions. So when they look into it, they look into all this artistic stuff, but still the story will be connected with them when they look into this. And then at the end, when you have to get the subject matter which you have thought out of the kids, we have to question them.
okay? So 13 minutes, I can see the video.
Yeah.
So the kids will be like they will listen to it 13
I
minutes,
take
or you will
classes.
have breaks
Yeah,
or
I got
something.
it. I'll be talking about this thing, and then I will play it, and halfway I'll stop it. Okay, and then let's continue the story in the next session. So that brings them to be, okay, what's going to happen next? What are the other seasons we're going to check in? So next session, I will play the next part, next half of it. So the next half of it will be the connection of the first half, where there will be question answer sessions. So what seasons we saw so far. So which are the seasons which is left out, and let's see who's going to come in that season. So I have included characters here. See, this is the sun. Can you see the yellow color sun on top? So that is projecting summer, and at the end, all the four characters will be coming in. Can you see?
And no, I cannot see. So, and how many season you will show? Like, is it
Four. As of now, 4 seasons. Just basic 4 seasons, because in countries it differs. Sometimes
correct?
they
That's
say
why I was
rainy.
asking. Yeah.
Sometimes they say winter season and all. So I pick only 4 seasons.
Right.
No, we say it is rainy season. In Western countries, they say it's the same as a winter season. Yeah, this is the rain. Okay.
Why I'm saying, because my wife is from Kerala, and unless and
Okay.
until she went to my hometown, she never realized what is winter season is. So
Okay. So basic what 4 seasons we see in India will be covered. Maybe in north like Jammu and Kashmir and all, it will be snow. So if we are doing UPAY there, then you can, instead of rain, this is a raindrop you can see there. Instead of that, you can cut out a snow. No, that design will be there. It's snowflakes.
right.
So that can be, or you can include rain. This is the flower spring season. So at the end, all the 4 seasons will be there, and that's the story goes like that. So this is about seasons. So I've also tried out eclipse, same way. Yes. Eclipse is a story where sun, moon, and the earth will be there. So earth is a girl, sun and moon are the guys who are trying to be very close friend of earth, and they'll have a race. All those stories I've made it also here. So again, same. It's a part two of the same duckling who are going to the space. So when it comes to story, you will have your poetic license. Whatever you do, it's your story. So there, this duckling are traveling with this. This is also a simple paper roll and a cone, and it looks like a rocket that's now going to fly through this out of this barn. So I've connected a visuals into it. So you can talk about asteroids. You see the moon, earth, and the sun. I've given characters for them. So now they'll talk about the sun, earth. So they give description on all the different. It's all very simple. Aluminum foil, thermocol balls, and white color glittering paper. I made the moon. Same thing with the earth. And these are stones, again aluminum foil. You can even cover it up with just white color paper or newspaper, whatever you find. So these are all gifts that this is again my t-shirt, black t-shirt. And the background also, that's my t-shirt. Lucky I have all color t-shirt, so I use it as the background and the stage. There's also a nice story which I got it from online. I read the story and I created this kind of visual. So it attracts the kids, and the moon is sad. It's left out. These two guys are hanging out now. That's why the eclipse happens. So whenever moon is sad, it comes between the sun. No, yeah. So whenever the moon is sad, it comes between the sun. So that's where the lunar eclipse forms and solar eclipse forms. So that they'll remember the story and they'll connect it with the eclipse concept. Okay. Even adults, we used to get confused. What is this, lunar or solar? So when you remember the story, it will easily help you to connect. Okay, it's going to be lunar eclipse. Okay, it's a solar eclipse, like that. So these are the stories. And next one is the flashcard storytelling. So where I will just tell you how to. Where's my flashcards? Yes. So I got flashcards for my daughter. So these are the flashcards, which I did that the other day also during the UPAY youth. So these cards, I got it as printed. When you want to do the same cards, it's very simple. You just got to draw and write with your markers. What is your lesson is going to be up? Like if you're going to teach them furnitures, write down the list of furnitures. Even it's a normal sticky note paper like this. You can write the furniture name, and if you're good at drawing, you can draw that, and you can show the furnitures for the angle. See, my whole thing will be covering probably from pre-primary till 8th grade. This water cycle, I did it for Nazia. Atish, right? Nazia, which grade is she? She must be in 8th, I guess.
She's 7th.
7th. So she understood this water cycle. And another thing is you should be very clear about which age group. There is one more story. This is a book. where I use this book, A Seed in Need. So which I tried to do it with Nasia, but she find it, I myself felt like not that confident to do this book with her. This goes with third grade kids and all, third, fourth, how to sow the seed and it germinates, all those things. This is the seed. It's again same like journey of the water drop. This is about the seed. So the ladybug and the snail were talking how the seed is going to germinate. So this is another story which I did. At the end, you will have the whole plant as a flower. Yes, this is the whole flower where they talk about the pollen grains. These insects will, carry those pollen grains and make the pollination, all those things. And here, a lot of many times I also used to show the book. I tried to connect with them with the hand signals. So this is the seed. It crack opens and the root comes out. And then slowly the shoot comes out. And then the seedling forms when it goes above the ground. So this is called as the seedling. And it needs sun's warmth. So I'm the sun. So I'll show myself as sun. I'm the sun, so bright and smiling. And this gives the warmth to the seedling to become a big plant. Now the plant is growing and it forms the beautiful leaf. And all the insects will come. And then it forms the bud. And then slowly the bud. Here it's like folding and unfolding. Here the crack opens. It's closed. It opens. Here you are teaching this one also. Folding and unfolding. So new words have been included in this. Folding, unfolding. The bud, which is just folded so tightly, it's unfolding itself and becoming a big flower, just like we saw in the book, like that. So I'll show that picture of that particular flower thing. So here the hand signals all worked out really well. Again, this would work for maybe till fourth grade kids. So getting into this flashcard, this will help you a lot to do grammar, teach them alphabet, teach them to read and remember the picture and the word. So many things. So virtually you can do a lot of games with this. When it comes to live, you just got to carry these flashcards or create one. You can take printouts or do something like that and give each card to one kid. This is again my own experiment, which I did for an LKG kid for a government school, where they were all in a class. They were like 30 kids, like fully stuffed into that classroom. So what I did was I want to do flashcards with them. So I took each and every flashcard, kept it on their tables. I asked them to look into the flashcard. First, they understood the picture. So they saw the picture. It's a chair. And can you all read it? So each one will have different flashcards. Not everyone will have chair. So one person will have a fruit or an animal or a table or an aeroplane, all those things. So they read it, CHAIR. So they read it. So they can see the picture. And if I show them what is this, they'll say chair. Whether they're remembering the alphabet or spelling, when they look into it, they can say chair. This happened in 30 minutes. So I gave one card, asked them to look into the picture and asked them what is in the picture. Each and every one, they were. Here, there is no chance for distraction. Definitely, they will not be, talking and they all have the cards. The card will occupy them. They'll be looking at into the card and, wow, this is a card. Kids will get attracted to it. And then they can remember this as a picture, CHAIR. So next I'll collect those cards and I'll show this word. Who got this card? Definitely they'll remember. Most of them remembers it. There are kids who can't remember. For them, I have to show the picture. So, and then I'll show this one. Again, that will be like reminding them, bringing out the memory. This is chair. So this is chair. Like that, different cards. You can go like theme-wise. Plants, can pick pictures of the plants and make the cards, or different kinds of workers like postman, security, and policeman, milkman, like that. You can make theme like that. And next is furniture, fruits, vegetables, like that theme wise, universe, stars, planets, Earth, Sun, Mars, all those things. So you can make cards like that. So now when kids are able to read and understand what they are reading and they're ready to do a lot of stories, then this is like working on their language skills. So now let's try to would like to do this game. What is this? Stream. Everybody's very quiet. Okay.
Okay, I'll be the volunteer.
Stream. Okay, one
Stream.
card. And you got a tape recorder.
Okay, tape recorder.
And third card is, okay, I'll give you a
Bird.
bird. Okay. So now connecting these three, can you connect, create a story? Anything possible.
A bird was singing near to a river stream, and I was like recording by my tape recorder.
Okay, that is not a story, it's just an incident.
Oh, sorry.
Once upon a time, like that. When you ask kids now, they will connect it with so well and they'll end with the moral also.
Okay.
So that's a
Yeah.
surprise. So this helps. This can be like third or fourth stage. Once they are very good with reading and they were able to come up with few words, they can connect these stories. I tried it with Nazia, Farzana, all these kids. Farzana, right? Yeah. There were three girls.
Farnas.
Yeah. There were three girls. I tried doing this. They somehow managed to come up with some story. Okay, whether they struggle. So when you experiment this, they will get a chance for pulling out words and is, was, that, but, about all those things. They'll try to use it. So this is like we are giving them a chance to use the words which they have learned. So they will not find anywhere to use it. Obviously, it's going to be a mother tongue which they're going to talk at home. So this will help them to use the words which they have learned. Definitely, we teach a lot of dictation, and the first class which I did with Shikari Palaya Center was a poem where I really don't know Hindi. I somehow managed to tell them what is this word. I did a lot of action, and Harsha was there next to me, and she was taking, I think, math or something. So I tried, and at the end, they all understood. They were trying to explain me about the word. So this way, they know the words, they know the meaning, but where to use it. It should not stop there. So this helped me make them use the learning that happened so far in their classes. This will help them to teach grammar.
Okay, let's Harsha be the next student and we'll do another example.
Who is the next student?
Harsha.
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 Harsha or Harsha?
Harsha.
Harsha. Harsha.
Oh.
Let's try grammar. So there are different types of sentences. Okay. Interrogative sentence, which I tried in youth. Interrogative sentence, descriptive sentence, and a lot many simple sentence and all. So just ask a question about this card. I'll take a new card for you. Yes.
Oh, Harsha's audio is not working, by the way.
You can type chat box.
Or anyone would.
Yeah, anyone can try.
Yeah, anyone can try. It's fun, right? It's fun to be wrong.
Kiran here, I want to try. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So interrogative sentence is about asking a question.
Okay.
Can you ask a question at the start?
Is that a fruit, and is that something extracted from the fruit?
Yeah. So that is an interrogative sentence. With this, you can teach some question tag. Isn't it orange juice? It's a question tag, isn't it? Orange juice, isn't it? So this is a question tag. And next is you can also teach them colors. What is the color? Orange. So like that, you can pick the cards. You can teach them the colors. You can teach them sentences and exclamatory sentence. That's another one. So use the word wow, amazing, yummy, fantastic with the exclamatory marks and make a sentence out of it. Anybody else can try?
Yeah, I think I would like to try, Jay.
Yeah, I'll change the card.
I just remembered there is this very nice game also.
Yeah.
that I play with my friends. It's called interrogating. So you can
Yes.
only ask questions to the other
Questions.
person. If somebody answers, they lose.
Yes.
Okay,
So
so
you
I'll
can
take up
do
this
a
one.
exclamatory sentence.
Exclamatory sentence.
Yes.
5 trees on a piece of no. 5 trees on a piece of paper that is made from a tree.
Yes.
Wow. Good.
You can clap like that. This is how we do, virtual claps.
Oh, that was really nice.
So when everybody does this now, the whole screen will be glittering. Instead of this, obviously everyone is going to be mute. So when the cameras are open, it will be like glittering. This is the virtual clap. And there are signals I use. This is like okay. We use this as okay. Sometimes this is okay. And did you understand? If they don't,
Yeah, this is Jay. You copied from Zindagi Na Milega Dobara, right? All these
really,
lines.
I actually got
Scuba
it.
diving. Scuba
Yeah.
diving, I
Scuba
mean.
diving. There is one guy who used to do scuba diving. We had
Yeah.
a tour. He taught me few signals. So when you go up, oxygen is up.
Yeah. That guy also seen the same movie and he's teaching.
Okay, so they do all this signals. You can also try that. So you all know, right? Please try all these things in class. One thing is we have to have enough of kids in Zoom. Mostly we do in WhatsApp, right? Even there you can try all this. So now exclamatory, you can teach them words like amazing, fantabulous, stupendous. Wow, look at those trees on one card like that. Wow is an exclamatory word. So like that you can use, tell them these are the words. Use one word with this card. So you can give them a list of words. When you give Google, it will give you like 15, 25 words on exclamatory itself. So you can use that word and you can add this and card and they can give you a sentence. Like that descriptive sentence and so many imperative sentence. So many sentences are there. You can even try direct, indirect speech. No, everything can be done. Stories. This flashcards will help you to do so many things. It's like once you use it, then you will come up with a lot more ideas. So I used it because when I got these cards, when my daughter was like, I think 9 months, I guess, these cards. I don't know how to use it. I just showed her, tried all my experiments with her, and slowly I got so many ideas. I go hide the cards, go find the tree. She'll go find the tree and bring it back to me. So like that, and then I tried it in the classrooms, and then slowly I got the ideas. So now recently I found this grammar and all using the flashcards. So this is one. So like this is the second type of storytelling which I do. And the third one is collect toys and create the story. I think we had one workshop with our Bangalore team where I did value-based story. So third is value-based story. First one is science and education-based story. The second one is flashcard stories. Third one is value-based stories. Value-based stories, I collected a lot of fish. Now I don't have fish, and I created a story with shark and Nemo. They are friends. Okay, Nemo comes to a small school. I named that school as Purple Coral. So the name of the school is Purple Coral. I have tiny fish toy where I used it. So those all things you can make it as paper cuttings and can use this like a toys and create a story with that. At the end of the story, you are trying to put in some value. There we spoke about friendship, and then there is another story about responsibility where I have books. It's like this North American Indians are there, right? Like Red Indians or something they say, tribes, native Indians. They have this beautiful feather headdress. So a chief guy will be wearing that headdress. And there are two kids who visit that place, Lucy and Wiz. So I named them randomly. So that Wiz guy is like very naughty and very curious. Can I have that headdress? It's so beautiful. The chief guy gives off the headdress. Okay, you can have. but you will be the chief of this village. And then after that, whatever incident happens, he must be the chief to say protect the village, or he has to do all those things. Where the kid can't do all those things, then he realizes this is a responsibility. So I have to hold on to the responsibility when I am at that caliber to hold that responsibility. So this story is about responsibility. So these are the stories which I do. I will share a few links in the chat box while Atish does a session. You can just copy those links and you can try to use that and create some more and share it with us all. That will be really great. Okay, so ending up, I have to say something. Yeah. So there is chat box, right? What do you mean by it's a small activity? Okay, whatever you can type it in the chat box, or you can even say that responsibility. What do you mean by responsibility? Give me one word which is a synonym for responsibility. You all can put it on the chat box. That will be better. Everybody, give me one word for responsibility. Care, accountability, very good. Work, duty, yes. Guidance, burden, burden. Burden, what is that? You have to hold on to your burden. That's a good word. I'll catch hold of that. Job, busy. Being busy is a responsibility. Yes. Accountability. Obligation. Yes. Liability. To do something for responsibility. What is that? I need a word. That is what to do something. Something. What is that something?
That is burden.
So here you have mentioned care and work and duty. So you just got to put that into a sentence like you want to be a caring person or you have to be a caring person. You want to be a workaholic or you have to be a workaholic. You want to hold on to the duty or you have to hold on to that duty. You want to be a guidance or you have to be a guidance. So just frame that sentence. Okay. If you have that want there, then whatever you're doing is at the right path. If you have there, that is just the sake of doing it, I'm doing it. So what are you doing at UPAY? I want to reach as much as kids possible. If somebody says I have to reach as much as kids possible, then it's a marketing language. So here I come to the end of my Magic of Story session. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and over to Mr. Rati.
Thank you, Jay. That was nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That was fabulous, Jay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so I will share my screen. Hey, can you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so it's all fun. It's for fun. So it will not be like I will not try to teach many things, but within the flow, within all the tasks, if we learn something, that will be the kind of takeaway. And I hope everyone get a good time. So these are all like mandatory. So to break the ice, I have a question, and I will pull the polling. Okay, let me know when you can see. And you need to answer, and you have 15 seconds.
Atish, we did see the poll. I have voted for the poll also.
Yeah, so I will share the result now. So interestingly, we have two Master G's answer. So anyone like who who answered Master G can tell why they think so, or they are not never saw the movie. Yeah, you can volunteer, like you can tell, or you can be silent. That's absolutely fine. The good thing about like this movie and what kind of we learned, or the whole path of learning, is we can learn from anyone. And यही है कि in this movie the biggest learning which Rancho learned is from the chowkidar. So keep your eyes open always, and कहीं से भी कुछ भी हम लोग सीख सकते हैं. Then I'll go to the next one. So this is Christopher Nolan, and the question is, which among these is not a Nolan movie? And I will. Okay, I am going to stop the poll now. I got very less. Okay, it's end of the poll. So I will share result, and we have a very interesting result here. And that's the fun of using poll for different questions. Like we can ask for, like when we are teaching kids, we can always give this thing poll and ask the kid that like what they think, what could be the answer. And it's an objective question, so obviously there is a right and wrong, and it can be a subjective question where you can have many rights. So the answer is here, Ex Machina is not a Nolan movie. Rest of them are Nolan movie. Okay, so any Nolan fan here? No? Okay. Okay, so I'll go to the another question, and I will give a poll. This one is a little bit tricky, I know. You need to tell that which one is not a match. Okay, so I will share the result. Here also, you can see that we got a good assortment of result, and the correct answer is B. So whoever answered B, if you want to share why you think it's B. Come on, you need to be a little bit sporty, kids.
If I answered the wrong, it's just that you've questioned twice, and both of the times I have been in the wrong group, so not able to answer.
That's okay. So question goes to Sandeep only. So what was your answer? That's all fine.
Mine was C, but honestly speaking, this is a really tough quiz. Can we have a poll of how difficult this quiz is? I think that would also, you would surely see some good feedback there also.
So the answer is B, and these are the character which played by Rang De Basanti, like in Rang De Basanti by different like Amir Khan and Atul Kulkarni, and then Sarman Joshi and Siddharth. And Sarman Joshi's one is was Rajguru, and this is a photo of Sukhdev, who was also got like executed along with Rajguru. So that's the answer. But it's fine. I kind of give. But this whole poll was kind of bringing back your attention to what we are trying to do today. So what we are trying to do today is that using Zoom, like with different features, how we can use our classes very effectively. So there are different features I am going to talk today. One is poll, one is breakout room, another is annotation, another is whiteboard. And then we can see, like, we can use it as per our own way. But I'm just trying to show you the features and how you can use it. And then you can just take it forward and use it in your class. And why fun is very much important. So these are kind of, when me and Sajida discuss, these are kind of our takeaway why we need to have a lot of fun during these online classes. But it's an open forum, so you can just tell what is your experience on online classes, and how kids react, what we need to add during online classes, which they miss in real-time classes. Or as a teacher also, you can tell what was your experience. I don't hear anyone.
I think it's awfully quiet today.
Yeah.
Everyone is very quiet.
Okay, to fill
I
in the
think, hi,
yes.
this is Kiran. I think what happens in a classroom teaching is a lot of kids are shy, okay, but they still learn from other kids who are not shy of answering questions or participating in the class. So that sort of group motivation is there. Although that's a lot of noise and energy level to manage compared to our WhatsApp call classes or Zoom call classes where the number is restricted to maybe 3, max 4 students. But that's what I've noticed, because see, in that also video calls, they take some time to open up, because this was earlier, at least that's what I experienced, that it was a new platform for them. They didn't know how these classes would go on, and so they took some time to adjust to that. Now it's fine, but I think that you can't do group activities, you can't there's that social interaction, that personal social physical interaction which is missing, right, between students, between their peer group, which I think is lacking, and maybe impacting the overall learning as a class. That whole feeling of being in a class, participating as a class, participating as a team is what I feel lacking.
Okay. Anyone want to add any more input or any observation which is interesting? Okay, so I can tell mine, like whether it's a classroom or whether it's a similar, like whether we are in a meeting or something. It's very boring. Online classes are very boring. Like online meetings are I felt it's really boring. And the biggest restriction, biggest thing I felt is that like you just don't know, like with kids maybe you know what they are doing, but with all these meetings and everything, you just don't know when camera is off or it's in mute, what others are doing. Like you just have no idea. And that's
Just what's happening now, right?
and that's the biggest I think challenge, and that one of the challenge we need to overcome with both teacher and student, and maybe uh, in a way you be more like your teaching need to be more interesting, and then you need to educate your students or your peers also that we are in a virtual platform and everyone stuck it at a home. So you help each other, be open, and that will help your whole meeting, and uh, you will have a fun time because you get to see 10 or 20 people at least faces. So that's better than you don't see any faces and just keep on listening, or you don't listen anything. So so we'll go to the next one. So here, I'll just try to show you that how you set up a Zoom poll. First, this is a first one-time setup you need to do. So you, whatever account you are having, so this is the poll is a feature which is a license feature. You cannot do it in a free one, which is like individual one. So you need to buy a license. You go to this basic settings, and this is one time you need to do for your account, that is account level setting. And then for each meeting where you want to bring a poll, you need to do a setup. Like here you can see that in poll you click on the add button, and then you add a poll. And when you add, below you can see the poll option coming. Now if the meeting basic, the poll option is not enabled, you will not even see this button. Okay, and then when you create a poll, it comes like this for whoever is launching the poll. So for me, it was coming like this. Then you click on the launch button, and then you get something like this. So all my screenshots are like as a admin, whoever is hosting the meeting. And I know that for user, you just get an option and you just click. And and a good thing about when you do polling, you real time, you get to see the answers as an admin, but then you share it. So you always know who, like if your meeting is anonymous, your poll is anonymous, so you don't get to know who is answering what. But if your poll is not anonymous, you get to know also that who is answering what. So you have a two option, and you can use this polling as per your advantage. And again, this is something which is my observation from meetings we did, that when you go for anonymous polling, or when you can go for named polling. So anonymous polling is very good for like you try to bring back attention, you give a simple question where people are happy to answer, and kind of get the energy back. And then named poll you can do for real knowledge check, like if you taught something and then next day you want to see that whether kids really understood, out of 10 people how many understood, who didn't, that you can easily get to know from a named poll. uh, and I'm sure that when you start using it, you will find your own way of doing it. It just like from my experience, that was my kind of like whatever I felt. So 2-3 days before, I was doing 1 minute. I 2-3 days before, I was doing one class, and I was teaching graph. So I'll just give you the context. So this is the temperature of Bangalore over 3 years for first 6 months. And I just asked that what graph you think is appropriate for representing this data. And I will try to see what you people think. And then I'll tell you that why I came up with this specific question.
Line bar.
So I have given liner bar as 2 examples, and okay, I'm ending the poll, and I will share the result. Okay, so you can see that again, we have a very different kind of understanding how we want to represent a data. Now, if you go back to the textbook from where I got the question, they have a very specific way of telling what diagram you should do. And when I asked the kid that, what do you think, which diagram fits? My answer was the line diagram, because I was thinking in some specific way, but the kid answer was bar diagram. Now I want 2 people, one who who answered for line diagram and one for bar diagram. What was what they are thinking, why they think this is the answer? So you can just tell whatever is in your mind.
Bar diagram is visually, you can just looking at it, you can just say the analysis. Line diagram, it's really like a spider web.
Okay, interesting. And another one, I was hearing someone.
I chose bar diagram because, see, in one moment only, if you can capture all the data, right? All the years have different color. So and there are month wise, right, in one set. So if I have to see orange, I can see, okay, how it was going in blue and green, and the same view. Okay, I can see month wise how it's been. And because it's color segregated color year wise, so it captures the whole story in one glance. If I have to see a line diagram, then I don't know, it gives me a general trend over those 6 months year wise, but I don't know month wise which year. That clarity is not there, because there's the line and then there's that background horizontal line. It's too cluttered.
Correct.
And that table is too much data, it doesn't tell a story, it's just a table. It'll need you at least more than a minute. But bar diagram is
No. Table is a data, and I was just looking for what diagram to represent the data. Yeah. Okay. So anyone who did voted for line diagram, if you want to say what was it in your mind? I cannot hear if you are talking. Okay, so yeah. So why? What is the context of this question? I'll tell you. So when you read the book, you will see this actually talks about representing line diagram. And as a teacher, if we go with the example and go and teach the kid that, okay, this is how you, like, if you see the data, you do line diagram, or this is how you do line diagram, there is a chance we may end up processing the kid's mind. So whenever we are trying to teach something which is more of a practical use, we can think of teaching in a way where we keep questions open and try to see what the kid answer for those specific scenario. Because yeah, it can be line diagram, it can be bar diagram, there can be two different reason for using line diagram and bar diagram. But ultimately graph is to like represent a data which you are trying to interpret. You must be having some interpretation of the data, and it can depends on your business to business what you are trying to achieve. The point is, whenever we are teaching, maybe we can keep it a little bit open rather than just trying to follow what the book is saying. Because if we go by this example and if we go by what book is saying, then the answer is line diagram. Okay, so I'll go to the next question. So this is another example I took, which is like, in a way we can sometimes use Zoom thing to teach some basic geography thing or anything. Like you can think of any subject. It just came to my mind, so I choose to do this one. And I will see how many of you know the answer. So which one is the Tajikistan here? A, B, C, D, E, F. These are all neighboring countries. All
Yeah, these quizzes are tough. I forgot the Tajikistan. ये तो बोर्ड एग्जाम में भी नहीं आया
नहीं, वही पॉइंट है कि why we will read as per the board exam, why will not just see whatever is around.
Tajikistan such a quiet, peaceful country. अभी वो कुछ करेंगे तो पता चलेगा. I have given some random answer. My bet is it's wrong.
And I'm not able to answer because I'm a co-host, I guess.
Oh, yes.
But still, I don't know the answer.
Yeah. So the answer is E, by the way. Okay.
Now I know where it is.
So anyone, so you have an annotation button in your desktop, or if you are doing from mobile. So anyone want to give a try to connect to all the nation and the options?
So where is the annotation button?
If you are from laptop, then it's at the top. You see a pen.
Okay. Yeah, I got the pen. Okay,
Yeah.
niche.
Okay.
Alright.
Why there is no
They're
India?
so smart, no? He's marked Pakistan state of first. That's probably the only one, you know. Most of
This
them.
must be Afghanistan, I guess.
Okay.
अभी कुछ बचा नहीं है.
I
I don't know.
Acha, so someone give it a try. Like, it's okay to be wrong. Okay, D is, someone says Turkmenistan. It is
Me.
it is Kyrgyzstan. D is Kyrgyzstan.
Oh, D is Kyrgyzstan. Okay, I have to erase it now.
No, it's fine. It's okay to
No,
be wrong.
I'm trying to erase,
And
goes.
And then I will do this one. C is Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan.
Yeah. And B is Turkmenistan. Okay. And D is Kyrgyzstan. And E is Tajikistan. Yeah. So it's fine. Okay. If you found it tough, then next time I'll go for an easier question. I will Why? Oh, sorry. What happened to my screen? Something. Give me 1 minute. Something happened to. I'll just stop sharing.
So this poll, you set some settings in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So before getting into the call, we have to do that setting, yeah?
Yeah. Otherwise, you cannot do it.
Creating my meetings, there we have to do some setting there.
Correct. Okay.
And this graph is like you have already made it with what? Like it was made in Zoom, the graph thing.
Which graph?
You showed a graph, right? Like a bar graph
Yeah,
and
no.
line.
We just
The picture.
created. Yeah, picture. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, and then you can do annotation. Okay, we have a 14 participant. So this brings another thing which Zoom has, which is a breakout room. So we can randomly break out into people. It is better people if they talk and they discuss. So here we are trying to do one small activity. So we know all the story about the hare and the tortoise. So I'll quickly break out into room, and it's not planned. So whoever you are stuck with, you need to discuss and then come up with an alternate ending or alternate version of this specific story. Okay, so I will. Why my?
Will that be random, or if we can plan, like if we are doing a quiz, like A team can go into a room, B team can go into another room. Is it possible?
No. Like I'll break it out, and it will just go to
Random.
yeah. I can just decide on and I can put it manually,
Okay.
but that kills all
Takes
the
time.
fun. Yeah. No, and
Yeah.
why you will do it?
No, I'm just checking for if you're doing a quiz. So there is a team A from
Correct.
Pune, team B from Bangalore.
You can
Like
do that. You can do that. You
you
can
can
do that.
select the
Yeah.
okay.
So I can see 12 participants. So I will create 3 rooms, and then we can have 3 alternate version of the story. Okay, let's do.
How are you doing that?
Yeah.
How are you doing that?
There is you can see the breakout room. There is a button below.
I can see security, participants, poll, chat, share screen, record reactions. Maybe a host can see.
Hmm?
Only host can see.
I can see. I don't know how.
Maybe the host have the authorizations.
Okay. I think host must have.
Okay, so we'll
As the
try.
co-host cannot make anyone host or co-host, huh? Same.
Host can make another person as host.
Yeah. But co-host cannot do that, na? That's why the
No.
host is only having that authorization.
Yes. Only the only the host is having.
Okay, I'll open the room. No, people are back. People are getting back. 11 people are there and they all are back. So anyone wants, I think Kiran and Jai was in different teams. Anyone want to tell a different version of the tortoise and hare story?
Hey, this is Kiran here.
Yeah.
So we are group 3. We were breakout room 3. Okay. So I don't know how many people are supposed to be in my room, but I had someone from UPAY Gandwara. Okay. Gadarwara.
Okay.
So I will introduce and then he will finish the story. Okay.
Awesome.
So, very interesting twist. This hare and tortoise race. Okay, this is the third generation race. Okay, and they are grandsons of the original hare and tortoise. Okay, and they are running the race, and they have both heard stories from their grandparents, like good grandkids. Grandparents have told them all these bedtime stories. You can continue.
Yeah. And then the tortoise is thinking that the rabbit will get a slip, but the rabbit also has listened the story, so he is keep running and he win the race.
Pretty good. So you learn from your mistakes.
Not just us, from our ancestors and family.
Correct. Okay. So there is a moral.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Learn from your mistake, learn from everyone else's mistakes.
So from other team,
Yeah, from my team, Harsha will tell. If everyone can hear the story, you won the race.
hi, Harsha.
Tell the story. Yes. Okay, so I will tell a story. Because in my room, I had Syed, Harsha, and Prem. We were like in a mute motion, nothing happened. We were all just talking. Nobody heard whatever we were talking. I like talking. And okay, the story goes like now the tortoise won the race. So next round, this tortoise was very confident. It asked for let's have another race. So what happened? They all had another race where hare and the tortoise were in the track. Hare ran as usual fast. This time hare didn't sleep. So hare won the race. Tortoise lost it. So being overconfident will not help you.
Pretty good.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay. So this is how we can use the breakout room. It's actually too much fun when we have little more people and we have a topic to discuss. We tried it in our office and it is a click generally. So you can try anywhere. I think even for schools also you can do, because the way you ask that you can make it not random also. And even I was seeing that I can move anyone, like as an admin, I can move anyone to any room. So after the breakout also, so you can do that. Okay, so the point is we came to the timing like with what we actually planned for. And so I think we need to ask that whether we should continue or like
Continue.
Okay. So others, is okay to continue?
Yeah.
Okay. So after this, this is the setting up how you do breakout room in Zoom. So you basically go to account and then advanced setting and breakout room, you need to enable, otherwise you will not get to see breakout room. And rest of the thing, how you want to divide it, and what will be the timing when you want to break it. Everything is during your meeting. That you need not to set here. Now coming to the next property, which is annotation. We already used for one activity, and annotation is another thing which generally in office meetings are really fun, even with kids. People like, everyone likes annotation because it just can do, and it performs very well with mobile. So even someone is joining with mobile, I think it performs better in mobile than in laptops. So in mobile, you can see the annotation button below like a pen, and in laptop you see it like this. So just to show how it looks. Now there is activity. You need to find the words hidden here, and using annotation you can just put a circle. The clue is I think there are 6 words.
6 words.
Yeah, as much I remember. Yeah, we got bucket, we got roller. Okay. Yeah, paint, great side. You want to try some more time? See the brush area, see the light up.
Hey, my annotation is not coming up. I don't know why. There is something near there. Okay, someone just highlighted that.
Yeah, brush. It is brush.
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know why this thing is not. Oh, I got it. My pen is on the eraser point. Okay, ठीक है.
You were erasing everybody.
This is equivalent of speaking on mute.
So, that's color, correct. Yeah, so we pretty much found everything except one which I was not able to find what it is. What it is? Someone, Said, what it is actually?
T-A...
Paint.
No, where is... Paint is here, right? In the below.
Yeah. See, I'm just gonna erase it because I can't see. There is an A written on that blue bucket.
Correct. That we can see, but what is the word? I was not able to find. I know that there is a
T-A. Okay, T is with that yellow thing. There's A. Can you maximize that? I don't think I can maximize it.
T-A-P और बाजू में कुछ है
T-A-A-U.
Okay, so
T-A-P-E tape होगा शायद
T-A-P-E
जो कप है कप में
Okay, could be. Okay, so yeah, can be option, but it's fun to play this kind of games. So yeah, during our like sessions or like when you are teaching kids, sometime you can like it's a kind of good exercise. So I'll go to the next question. You just need to put a tick on. Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome. I was thinking this is a tough question. Looks like it is not. Pretty good. Pretty good.
After Kingfisher, we might be going backwards.
That's a nice one.
Okay, so I'll go to the next one. Spot the difference. Pretty good. Two, we got two. There are five. Three. Four. Correct. So there's one left. We got all the fives.
Yeah.
So this one was pretty good. Everyone.
How to figure out who did what? Like
I can see whenever you are writing, I can see who is writing.
Even I can see as a viewer and not like a host or a co-host. It
No, I
shows
can't see.
colored what.
Okay, so we will try to do a quick activity just to show that like we have a thing called whiteboard in Zoom, which is very useful. Again, you can try it. So our activity is you need to draw sun, whatever comes to, like whatever way comes to your head. I'll just share the whiteboard, and I will divide it into 1 minute. Something is happening. Okay, so I have created 4 coordinates. So 4 people can draw a sun quickly. Anyone? Okay, so we kind of got a lot of suns. Okay, now if you, sorry, I just closed it.
Share.
Yeah, but if you see there is a pattern to draw a sun. Okay, you do a round and then you put all those strings. So I'll just say that from next time, whenever you see sun, you can just try to see how you, like, do you really see those strings, or someone told you to draw it like that and that's why you do it?
My LKG teacher told me some decades ago, and I'm still doing that.
Those are sun rays.
So those are sun rays, which is interesting. So with this, I think our kind of activity is over, and I'll just request everyone, like the sun thing, try to see everything which is around you with your own eyes, and not what was told to you or taught to you. So that is pretty much what like Zoom has. Thank you. Zoom has as a feature which we can use for different meetings in different ways. We like whatever way we feel our it fits our need, and just use it, and it will be like, it will be useful if you try. You will figure it out.
Then you should give us all the paid version.
Yeah, that's why I like the UPAY one.
How to use it? Like, if any other teacher wants to use it, how to get
So,
this.
so what one thing I think we can do it like Zoom, I think is monthly 1100 or something. So
Okay.
if like 4 or 5 people comes together, you can easily plan and use it. Like that's 200 rupees. It's okay. Like the benefit it gives with the paid version is lot you can engage.
So this is like monthly, and how about when it goes like 6 months or 1 year?
I don't remember actually.
Okay.
You can just search for it, and in Zoom website you can see the subscription models.
Sure.
So, but what I saw is a single user. I think UPAY one is a single user which we are using, and that
Okay.
fits like it is fitting for UPAY, so it will fit for 4 or 5 people easily if you plan it. So.
Yes, cool session.
So that's all we have, and thanks for everyone for participating or being silent, because if today you are silent, tomorrow surely you will talk, and we'll wait for it. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Atish and participants, for your patience, and hope this session has brought in a lot of ideas and knowledge which can be transferred to our own kids in different zones. Let's make the fullest use of the ideas which we shared today. Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day ahead. Thank you
Bye
so much.
bye.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.